सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ Naishkarmya Siddhi, third chapter, page 124, verse number 66. Seyam bhrantir niralamba sarvanyaya virodhini Sahate vicharam sa tamo yadvadivakaram. Sureśvara giving the anirvachaniya status to Mula Vidya. Mula Vidya means the basic ignorance about Atma or oneself. Mula Vidya is otherwise known as Maya or Avidya. All these names only synonyms. Mula means basic, Avidya means ignorance. Basic ignorance is nothing but self-ignorance. Afterwards only any ignorance you can talk. Basic ignorance, fundamental ignorance is Atma Ajnanam. Other ignorances of other subjects of anything is only secondary. So primary ignorance is Atma Ajnana. What is the status of this Mula Vidya Ajnanam? That is given in these verses, very deeply involved subjects, slokas. We have to be very attentive in understanding the drishtanta. First, drishtanta means example. Shastra method is teaching the Vedanta through the examples, so that we can easily understand. What is the example taken here in this sloka? Divakaram tamaha. Tamaha means darkness. Divakara referring to light. Wherever light is there, darkness cannot be there. Wherever darkness is there, light is not there. Therefore, tama and tamas are darkness, andhakara, and light both are inimical. Both are inimical means they cannot stay together. What cannot stay together? Andhakara, the darkness, and light. From this example, Sureśvara taking us to Mula Vidya. Let us understand this darkness. Last class I introduced about this darkness. What is darkness? These are all analyzed in all advanced Vedanta granthas. Darkness means darkness, andhakara. We don't think much more than that. But all our acharyas are great thinkers. Shastra, those who have knowledge of Shastra, they are all great thinkers. Therefore, they analyze that darkness. Suppose a person want to know about darkness. I want to know about darkness. What is darkness? Suppose somebody is interested in doing PhD. People are having lot of interest in doing PhDs, nowadays. And MPhil, PhD, MPhil in many subjects. Like that, imagine there is one person want to do PhD on darkness, in the subject of darkness. Suppose that person want to know darkness. If you want to know darkness, you have to use pramanam, means of knowledge. Just as you want to know chemistry, you use the chemistry book. If you want to see forms, you use your eyes. If you want to hear sounds, you use your ears. If you want to know music, you make use of those music books. So pramanam is a means of knowledge. Here, to study about darkness, what is the pramanam? You want to study about darkness. Suppose a person want to study about darkness. What is the pramanam? My eyes are the pramanam. I want to make use of my eyes first. Eyes are the sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. Among all sense organs, eyes are the important sense organs. I want to study about andhakara, means I need eyes first. My eyes perception, vision is important. I want to make use of my eyes. Eyes are the pramana. But unfortunately, darkness is that which blinding my vision. What is the definition of darkness? Darkness is that which covers your eye vision, which conceals your vision. Eyes perception, eyes cannot see. That is called darkness, in whose presence your eyes won't work. Andham karoti iti andhakaraha. It makes a person blind. Darkness is that which makes the person blind. That is why we are not able to see anything. When you are not able to see anything, you say there is darkness. But you are not seeing darkness, really speaking. I analyzed this many times because Acharya using that again, the topic, I am again repeating that. Many of you know that many times we saw this topic. But we are going more deeply into that topic today. Andham karoti iti andhakaraha, in whose presence your eyes stop functioning. You cannot see andhakara, but you say there is andhakara. How you are able to see that andhakara? You cannot see andhakara because you are not able to see the objects. Therefore you say there is darkness. If you want to see darkness, you have to make use of your eyes. For that purpose, suppose to make use of your eyes, what you do? Eyes require a light to see anything. Eyes, our own eyes, EYES. Our own eyes require a light, either sunlight or tube light or a lamp or any light to function. Our eyes are the pramanam. They want to know, person want to make use of eyes to see the darkness. Suppose a person want to operate, means making the eyes to function, he switch on the light to study about darkness. Once a person switch on the light, what will happen? What will happen? Darkness disappears. Darkness disappears. It goes away. You cannot see the darkness because of light. Light is the pramanam there. Once light comes, through the light Your eyes are functioning. Now you want to see the darkness. Who want to do PhD on darkness? Hmm? Just I am joking. Who want to do PhD on darkness, the nature of darkness? He switched on the light, eyes started functioning. But unfortunately, darkness disappears. Once darkness is not there, when it goes away, how can you study about darkness? When light comes, light pramanam comes, your eyes started functioning. In the presence of light, you cannot study about darkness. You cannot know the darkness. In the absence of light also, you cannot know about darkness. You cannot see the darkness. Therefore, in the presence of light also you cannot see darkness, because darkness won't be there. When light comes, your eyes are functioning. When light comes, darkness won't be there. Therefore, you cannot know about darkness. Suppose there is no light, absence of light, your eyes cannot function. Therefore, you cannot know about darkness, because your eyes are not functioning. Therefore, either in the presence of light or pramanam, or in the absence of pramanam, neither in the presence nor in the absence of pramanam, andhakara cannot be known. It cannot be probed into, unprobable, unenquirable. Therefore, what? 3 points you have to note. Darkness is that which is experienceable. Number 1. Darkness is that which is experienceable. Number 2. Darkness is that which is negatable. Which is negatable. It can go away. Negatable means it can go away when you put on the light. Negatable. There is no darkness. When your eyes are functioning, you are seeing all objects. There is no darkness. Number 2, that is, darkness can be negatable. Number 3, darkness cannot be inquired. Unenquirable. It cannot be inquired. Vicharaha na sahate is there in the sloka. Tamaha vicharaha na sahate. For that sake only I am talking this much time. Therefore, darkness this is the biography of darkness. Now let us come to the Ashtanta. The Ashtanta means Mula Vidya. Mula Vidya, basic ignorance, is compared to darkness, like Andhakara. Same like that Andhakara, Mula Vidya is that in whose presence you have ignorance, you cannot know, you don't have knowledge. You don't have knowledge about Atma or any other ignorance, computer ignorance, chemistry ignorance, music ignorance, dance ignorance, any ignorance for that matter, astronomy ignorance, astrology ignorance. Any ignorance is there means you don't have knowledge of that subject. You don't have knowledge of that. That is called ignorance. Basic ignorance, Mula Vidya, here we are talking. Mula Vidya also same like that. Sureśvara is telling, don't try to probe into Mula Vidya. What is Mula Vidya? What is Maya? I want to study about Maya. PhD. I want to do PhD on Maya. I want to do PhD on Ajnanam. I want to do PhD on Mula Vidya. Suppose anybody want to do that, PhD means inquiry, thesis. Shastra says, Sureśvara telling, never try that. Never try for that. that unintelligent task never take up. That unintelligent task never take up. Who says? Sureśvara. Who is Sureśvara? The author of this Naishkarmya Siddhi. Naishkarmya Siddhi is an advanced Prakarana Grantha, Siddhi Grantha we are studying. Almost 3/4 we have finished. 1/4 is there. This is the important chapter. Very terse portion comes here. Now Moola Vidya also experienceable. Ignorance is experienceable. Everyone knows I don't have Atma Jnana. Everyone knows. Everyone has got experience. I don't know this subject, that subject. Ignorance, everyone knows. I don't have this knowledge, this subject knowledge. So everyone experiencing their own ignorance. I don't know the Atma. Ignorance, ajnanam is experienceable, number one. Once you get that knowledge about that subject, knowledge comes and negates that ignorance. Knowledge is negating the ignorance. Therefore, Moola Vidya is negatable, refutable, negatable. Number two. Number three, in the presence of knowledge, ignorance cannot exist. Ignorance, absence only is called knowledge. To know the Moola Vidya, you have to use a pramanam. You have to use a pramanam. Here, Shastra pramanam we are talking. In other subjects, that pramanam, means of knowledge, you make use of it. But in Shastra, Atma Vidya case, we are making use of Mahavakya. Is a pramanam. Once you make use of Mahavakya pramanam, you want to know about Maya, Moola Vidya. Mahavakya gives knowledge. Knowledge, once it comes, Moola Vidya or Ajnanam goes away. How can you study about Moola Vidya? You study Mahavakya, Shastra Mahavakya, from the Guru, ignorance goes away. Atma Ajnanam goes away. Moola Vidya doesn't exist. Moola Vidya is there. Mahavakya Pramanam is not there, not working. Knowledge is not there. How can you know Moola Vidya? What is Moola Vidya? After knowledge, Moola Vidya disappears. Therefore, you cannot probe into Moola Vidya. You cannot inquire into Moola Vidya. So, it is experienceable. Moola Vidya is experienceable. Moola Vidya is negatable. Moola Vidya is unenquirable. Therefore, what you cannot say Moola Vidya is is a Savayavam or Niravayavam. Moola Vidya has got parts or it doesn't have parts. You cannot say. You cannot give the description of Moola Vidya because you cannot study about Moola Vidya. To study you require Pramanam. Once Pramanam comes, it goes away. That is why Tamaha, the darkness like Moola Vidya, cannot bear the knowledge. Just as the Yadvat Divakaram, when Surya comes, Divakara means Surya, the sunlight comes, darkness goes. Darkness cannot stand the sunlight. Similarly, Moola Vidya cannot stand the Mahavakya. It disappears. So you cannot say Moola Vidya is Niravayavam, or you cannot say Moola Vidya is Savayavam, because you cannot know what it is. Then what? Moola Vidya, you cannot say Moola Vidya is a part of Brahman, or you cannot say Moola Vidya is not a part of Brahman. How do you know? You cannot know about Moola Vidya at all, like darkness. Moola Vidya is located or not, you cannot say. Mula Vidya, you cannot say Mula Vidya is located or Mula Vidya is unlocated, also you cannot say. Therefore what? Sometimes we make use of Mula Vidya, Ashraya. Then where does it exist? Where does it exist, Mula Vidya? Sometimes we say it exists in Atma. Sometimes we say it, Mula Vidya exists in Brahman, we say. So two ways we can say. So Mula Vidya comes under what we have to say. Can you say Mula Vidya? Darkness is there, you can say. You cannot say. Darkness is not there also, you cannot say. Darkness is there, if you say Sat, darkness, Andhakara is there, come on, show me. Where is it? You cannot show it. But I are experiencing, therefore you cannot say it is not there also. It is Asat, non-existent also, you cannot say. So darkness does not come under existent also, or darkness does not come under non-existent also. Then what to do? You cannot do anything. Then what? Darkness come under Anirvachaniyam. Sadasad Anirvachaniyam. It does not come under either existent entity, nor it does not come under non-existent entity. Therefore, Sadasad Vilakshanam. Different from Sat also, different from Asat also. Sat means existent, Asat means non-existent. Darkness is neither existent nor non-existent. Non-existent I cannot say because I am experiencing. Existent you cannot say, it is negatable. Therefore, Anirvachaniyam. Similarly, Mula Vidya. Mula Vidya, basic fundamental ignorance is there. Avidya is there, you cannot say. It is existent, you cannot say. It does not exist, you cannot say. Neither exist nor non-existent. Then what? Sadasat, Anirvachaniyam, inexplicable. Anirvachaniyam means inexplicable. What is inexplicable? Maya or Mula Vidya is inexplicable. You cannot explain. You cannot comprehend. Why? Because Vicharam na sahate. It cannot stand enquiry. To do enquiry, you require pramanam. Once pramanam comes, you make use of Mahavakya, it disappears. It goes away. Therefore, you cannot probe into that unenquirable. Mula Vidya cannot be enquired. Therefore, what? Mula Vidya comes under Anirvachaniyam. Bhava abhavabhyam Anirvachaniyam. Bhava means existent. Abhava means non-existent. Bhava abhavabhyam Anirvachaniyam. This is about darkness and Mula Vidya. Now, Tarkikaha, the logicians, they say darkness is abhava rupam. It is non-existent. Logicians, Tarkikaha, says darkness is non-existent, abhava rupam. We don't accept that. If it is abhava rupam, how you are experiencing? Everybody is experiencing darkness. And a non-existent entity you cannot experience. Then what? We give answer to them. Darkness is not abhava rupam. It is not non-existent. Why? Darkness, why it is not non-existent? That means we are accepting it is existent temporarily. existent, to negate Nayayika. Why it is existent? Because it is doing three functions. Darkness does three functions. What are those three functions? Darkness envelops your vision or covers your vision. Darkness covers or conceals your vision. Number one. It obstructs your function of your eyes. It obstructs the function of your eyes. It conceals, number one, or it covers, or it envelops darkness. Envelops everything. It pervades everything. Number two, darkness is there because it obstructs my eyes function. My eyes cannot function when the darkness is there. Therefore, my eyes becomes non-functional. Therefore, it is there. We are giving answer to the Tarkika. Then, third point, when it goes away, it goes away when light comes. Since it is going away when light comes, it must be a bhava vastu, entity, existent entity only. Because when I put light, darkness goes away. Therefore, a non-existent thing cannot go away. Therefore, it must be existent. Therefore, Tarkika we give answer, darkness is a bhava principle. It has got an existent, it is an existent principle because it is doing three functions. First function is concealing, covering or enveloping things, objects. Second function is it obstructs my eyes vision. Second function of that darkness, it obstructs my eyes function, vision. Third, when I put light, it goes away, it disappears. If it is non-existent, how it can go away? If it is non-existent, how it can obstruct my eyes? If it is non-existent, how it can conceal everything? Therefore, it is existent. Then, if it is existent, then other three problems will come. We have to say it is abhava also. Now we have accepted it as bhava. Bhava means existent entity. What? Darkness. All these points you have to supply to Mula Vidya. Darkness, if you say it is bhava entity, existent entity, how do you know it is existent entity? You don't see darkness. You don't see darkness. How can you say it is there? It is existent entity. Since you are not able to see it, it is an abhava entity. 3 points we give. First, bhava. It is existent. Now we say if you accept it is existent, again we are asking, we are only giving answer. Okay. 3 points for presence of darkness also. It is an existent entity. We give 3 answers. 3 answers we are giving for it is abhava also, because if it is existent, it cannot be experienced. I am not seeing it. I have to see it if it is there. Therefore, it is not there. Since you don't see it, it is not there. You don't see it, it is not there. No, I saw it, it is going. You don't see it is going also. You don't see, you are experiencing the darkness. Can you see darkness going? Slowly it is going. You cannot say. Therefore, after darkness goes, something must remain. Once the one thing is destroyed, its avasesha must be there. But there is no avasesha. Just now darkness went, see it's all reminders. Avasesha is there. Adayalam. Some features are there just remaining, and you cannot say that. No avasesha also. Once darkness goes, no reminder. Remainder, not reminder, remainder. Avasesha is not there after its disappearance. So, next, third point, bhava padartha cannot disappear. If it exists, an existent entity, it cannot disappear. If it is an existent entity, it cannot disappear. Since it is disappearing, and its disappearance I cannot see, and it is going also, I don't see it is going, I don't see it is going, therefore it is not there. I don't see it avasesha anything after its disappearance. Since it is disappearing, therefore it is abhava. First 3 points for existent you have to accept. For another 3 points, it is absent also, non-existent also, you have to accept. So bhava, abhava, existent and non-existent. Therefore, whatever is existent you cannot talk. Whatever is non-existent you cannot talk. Now, whatever is existent and non-existent, you have to handle it in different way. That is what Vedanta does. Similarly, Mula Vidya also apply the same thing. In the presence of Mula Vidya, your intellect won't function. No, you don't know that subject, knowledge is not there. It obstructs my knowledge. It obstructs my pramana buddhi. Mula Vidya obstructs my buddhi. And Mula Vidya goes away when I make use of Mahavakya Pramana. It goes away. Therefore, Mula Vidya is there. Then second point is what? Second part, Mula Vidya is a non-existent entity. Since it is going away, negatable, it is non-existent entity. It is going, I cannot see it. Therefore, it is non-existent. After it goes, there is no reminder. Once you get physics knowledge, full knowledge, total knowledge comes, there is no ignorance. So, the knowledge comes, it goes away. Therefore, if it is existent, it cannot go away. If it is non-existent, I cannot experience. Therefore, satchet na badhyeta. If it is non-existent, it cannot be negated. Asatchet, it is non-existent, it cannot be experienced. Na pratiyeta. Satchet na badhyeta, asatchet na pratiyeta. It would have not experienced by me if it is totally absent. Therefore what? Mula Vidya is sadasad anirvachaniyam. Sadasad anirvachaniyam. Now come to the shloka. This is the whole thing about, in one shloka he kept, sa iyam bhrantihi niralamba. So, anirvachaniya status of Mula Vidya is sa iyam bhrantihi, means sa means Mula Vidya. It is a delusion. Sa niralamba, Mula Vidya is niralamba, means it is anirvachaniyam. It is not having any ashraya, really speaking, it doesn't have any support. And Mula Vidya is sarva nyaya virodhini. Sarva nyaya virodhini means sa, which nyaya means here pramana. Sarva pramana virodhini. First line over. Then second line. Na vicharam sahate sa. that Mula Vidya cannot withstand Vicharam, enquiry. Mula Vidya cannot stand enquiry. Once you start doing enquiry, it goes away. Tamaha yadvat divakaram, just as the darkness when the sunlight comes. Yadvat, just as divakaram, the sunlight comes, darkness disappears. Similarly, in the same manner, it's not available for pramanam or logic. So it's very, very important verse. Now we'll go to the next 67, Anubandhoktihi. Introduction to 67. तस्याः खल्वस्या अविद्यायाः भ्रान्तेः सम्यक् ज्ञानोत्पत्तिद्वारेण निवृत्तिः तस्याः खलु अस्याः अविद्यायाः this Mula Vidya Tasyaha means of that Mula Vidya, Avidyayaha Tasyaha, of that Mula Vidya which is Bhrantehe. Bhranti is the karyam of Avidya. Delusion is the product of Mula Vidya. Avidya by Karyam Shabda used in that Karana Shabdena here. Karana Shabdena, that means here Bhrantehe means it is the like a cause. Avidyayaha Bhranti, for Bhranti it is the Karana. Avidyayaha Bhrantehe. How this Bhranti can go? Bhranti means what here? You see the world, Nama, Rupa, Prapancha as real, you are not able to recognize the Brahman. Not able to know the Atma, the Brahman, because of this Bhranti. How this Bhranti has come? Because of Avidya. Here Bhranti is Karyam of Avidya, but here Karya Shabdena Karanam, Karya Shabdaha Karana Shabdena Prayujyate is used like that. Therefore, how it will go? Samyak jnana utpatti dvarena. By right knowledge. Samyak jnana. Whenever we talk about Samyak jnanam in Vedanta Shastra, what is jnanam? What is Samyak jnanam? What about knowledge about what? Our children are going to school, college and studying about the subjects. We know. My son is studying college, chemistry knowledge, physics knowledge. They are getting so many sciences knowledge. That jnanam we have. But in Vedanta, why we are attending class? What you are studying? What for you are studying? If all of you know that, it's okay. If any one of you do not know why you are attending the class, why you are studying Naishkarmya Siddhi, and again better I will remind you. You want to be free from all limitations. You want to be free from all sorrows. The sorrows and limitations at mental level are because of Bhranti, because of self-ignorance. If you remove your self-ignorance, you can be free from sorrow, you can be free from insecurity, you can be free from fear, to remove that ignorance. Because of ignorance you have Bhranti, because of Bhranti you have worry, anxiety, tension, etc., etc. To be free from all these, if you want to get security, peace, happiness, you be free from Bhranti. How to be free from Bhranti? Be free from avidya, ignorance. Ignorance about what? Your real nature, your Atma Swarupam. How can I get that Atma Swarupa Jnanam? By studying Naishkarmya Siddhi. Mahavakya Jnana. Upanishad Mahavakya Tattvamasi Mahavakya Jnanam. Dvarena, Utpatti Dvarena. By the rise of Samyak Jnanam, right knowledge. Nivrittihi bhavati. Kaha nivrittihi bhavati? Bhrantihi nivrittihi bhavati. Bhranti about what? About yourself. Who you are, you do not know. You are thinking what is your biography. I am wife of so and so, husband of so and so. Like that we say. That is not your real biography. Mistaking yourself. Because of mistaking yourself, you are afraid of old age, you are afraid of death, you are afraid of disease, you are afraid of so many things in the world. Because of one mistake. Missing to take your higher nature. One mistake, error, leads to a lot of erroneous perceptions. That is the cause for our samsara. Samyak jnanena, samyak jnana utpatti dvarena nivrittihi bhavati. How? Next shloka. Shloka number 67. Bhuvutsochedini chasya sadasītyādinā dridham pratīca pratipatti syāt nāsau mānantarāt bhavēt. Bhuvutsa uchedini cha asya अज्ञानस्य मूला विद्यायाः सदसि इत्यादिना दृढम्. Here in this shloka, what is that jnana utpatti? Here he says jnana utpatti is nothing but Sadeva Soumya Idamagra Asit Ekameva Dvitiyam. Chandogya Upanishad Visa. Dridam, definite. Jnanam, what it does once jnanam comes, Bhuvutsa Chedini. Jnanam removes the desire for inquiry. Once knowledge comes, you drop your jignasa. Jignasa nivrittihi bhavati. Once you get the knowledge of that subject, that hunger for that knowledge goes away. Bhuvutsa means bodhum ichha bhuvutsa. That bhuvutsa will go away. It stops the bodhum ichha. Chedini means it stops. What stops? Samyak jnanam. Samyak jnanam stops that bodhum ichha. After eating fully, we don't want to eat again. No, the desire for eating will go away. Eating removes the desire for eating. Eating of food removes the desire for eating. Similarly, knowledge removes the desire for knowledge. What a definition. First time I am telling. Knowledge is that which removes the desire for knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is negating the desire for knowledge. Once you know the Atma, I am the self, then what will happen? Jignasa nivartakam bhavati. No more I have desire to know. Once I know it, I no desire. That's why after the college completion you come out. Because I know why to study again. I got knowledge of that subject. So you don't have any jignasa. Bodhum ichha babutsa. Jnatum ichha jignasa. So the Visheshanam for Pratipatti. Next line, Pratipatti is there, you see. That Pratipatti means knowledge. Samyak Jnanam is used in the Anubandhokti line, top line. That is presented as Samyak Jnanam here, Pratipatti. Pratipatti means right knowledge. What is right knowledge? That right knowledge is Pratyagatma Pratichi. I, the inner self, I am Brahman. I am having incidental body-mind complex. I am having incidental body-mind complex. Pratichi means Pratyak Atma, the inner self. Inner self is Saptami Vibhakti, Pratichi. In my real nature, I abide in. That is knowledge about Ishvara also you get through Veda Pramanam. Nobody can prove Ishvara, nobody can disprove Ishvara, God. God is there or not. How can you prove? Can you disprove? You cannot disprove. No pramanam, no science, no logic, no any other pramanams can reject or disprove or accept Ishvara. Veda says God is there. We believe it. We trust God is there. That's all. Have you seen? Where you saw? How you saw? Don't ask all these questions. God is there or not. When you are asking question, you tell me, God is there or not. God is there for me. I trust in Veda because Veda says. If I say God is there, you will ask prove me. Then I will ask you disprove. When God is not there, you disprove, then I will prove. You cannot disprove, then why I have to prove? People just like that, they talk and becoming very popular. Some people talk, blabber unnecessarily to become popular without making use of their buddhi. So God is there, God is not there. It is not a subject matter to prove or to disprove. It is beyond your comprehension. It's beyond your comprehension. Shastra talks about Ishvara. I respect Veda, Pramanam. Therefore, I have trust in God. That's all. Over. No discussion, no arguments. God is there. Why? I am a Vaidika. I am a Sanatani. I believe in Shastra. Therefore, what? Pratichi, Atma also, Pratichi, Pratyagatma, Pratipattihi, Jnanam, upon me, the self, I get right knowledge. Upon me means don't take literally. I, the Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. That is the inner self, consciousness, I am, awareness. Pratipattihi. Syat. It will come, it will rise. When sadasi, sad asi iti ityadina. Sat, where is Sat? Sat means existent. Chandogya Upanishad, 6th chapter. Sadeva somya idamagra asit. Sat means that existence. And Mahavakyam andi Tattvamasi kada. Why Sadasi Tat Tvam Asi dane Chollanam. Tat Brahma Tvam Asi should come Mahavakya Pramanam. Pramana Vakya. But Sureśvara using Sat Asi and Sad Asi. In Mahavakya Tat Tvam Asi. Tat is a pronoun. Tat is a pronoun. Tat means what? That. Mahavakya is what? Tat Tvam Asi. You are that. That means what? That that referring to Sat in Chandogyopanishad, 6th chapter, Sadvidya. Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asit Mahavakyana. It goes continues. Father Uddalaka tells to Shvetaketu, here Shvetaketu, Tat, in the first mantra of 6th chapter, Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asit, Sat alone was there in the beginning, I said. What I said in the beginning of the first section of 6th chapter, that Sat, Tat means that. Sat, what I have mentioned, Tvam, you are. But Tvam is not there here. Printing mistake, no. Because Sat means Brahman. Mahavakyal, it refers to Tat. Okay. Asi is a verb. Madhyama Purusha Ekavarshanam. Second person singular. That itself refers to Tvam. You are. Asi is a verb, asdhatoho, madhyama purusha ekavachanam, refers to Tvam. Tvam Asi. So Sat refers to Tat, Asi refers to Tvam, and Asi verb is there. Tat Tvam Asi. Tattvam Asi ityadina. Ityadina means other Mahavakyas. Prajnanam Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, like that, extra, etc. Dridham, definitely. Dridham means, what you can call undoubtedly, doubt free. Tatutvam Asi iti Sadeva Somya. That word you can take as Mahavakya here. So knowledge eliminate desire for knowledge. Bubutsam uchchedini, eliminate bubutsa, desire for knowledge. After getting Brahma Jnanam, can I have desire for Brahma Jnanam? No. I understand I was Brahman, I am Brahman, I ever will be Brahman. That's all. I cannot be other than Brahman. If I don't know this, I have Brahma anartha. Come out of from Brahma, Bhranti, study Vedanta. Next shloka, introduction, 68th shloka. Okay. Katham पुनः वाक्यं प्रतिपादयते इति एव इति चेत् दृष्टान्तोक्तिः. Katham, when you say that Mahavakya removes, eliminates your hunger, bubutsa, desire to get knowledge, will remove. Katham, if you ask how it can, Katham means how indeed. How indeed, punaha, vakyam, punaha, vakyam means mahavakyam, pramanam. Pratipadayate, pratipadayati eva. Mahavakya alone removes, eliminates this hunger. You are telling hunger for knowledge, desire. How it can remove? Suppose you ask that. Pratipadanatvena iti. Reveal definitely. Reveal definitely. How can you say Dridham, he said above sloka? Definitely it will reveal. Hmm? How can you say so? Iti chet. If you ask, if you have any question or doubt, if you want to know, I will give the same example. Dashama drishtantaha. Idam drishtantena drishtantoktihi. Ukti, I am going to talk about you again. I am going to repeat that same idea, that example which I have given previously. Same 10th man example. 10th man example is what? Listen the shloka. Jignaso Jignasordashamam yadvat navatikramyatam yataha tvameva dashamositi kuryadevam pramam vachaha. Jignasa, desire to know. Dashamaha, 10th man. You know that story, remember again. The 10th man want to know about the 10th man. He doesn't know that he is a 10th man. So 10th man story, Dashamam, Yadvat, just as in the 10th man's case, story case, Nava iti Navatikramya tamyataha. Navatikramya means he is counting. 1, 2, first is to number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, like that. 9 comes every time, but he is not able to get the 10th man. Every person comes and count all the 9, counting in arthan. Navatikramya. So counting, busy in counting the 9. Now everyone is counting 9, but no one is counting himself. Tamyataha, tamudhat, fourth conjugation, mentally tired by counting 9, finally, tamyataha, shashti vibhakti, tamyataha, because of mental tiredness. Tvameva dashamaha asi iti. One person apta vakyam comes and says, counting indicate neti neti. You are not the 10th man, you are not the 10th man, you are not the 10th man. First man is not the 10th man. Second man is not 10th man. Third, not 10th man. Fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, not 10th man. But where is 10th man? In counting indicates neti, neti, neti. Not this, not this, not this. He is not a 10th man. Then Guru comes, says, that 10th man is you who is counting. Dashamaha, 10th man, Tvamasi, you are Kuryad evam Brahmam, Kuryad evam Pramam Vachaha. In this manner, this 10th man get knowledge by Aptavakyam. Pramam Vachaha means Pramana Vakyam. Whatever he says, 10th man you are, he gets the knowledge, I am the 10th man. Appa. That is Kuryad evam. In this manner, I am Brahman also, like that only you have to do. Next shloka, introduction, just I introduce. Sa che tattvamasyādi vakyashravanaja pramotpannatvadev na cha naivamiti pratyayamtaram jayate tadetad drishtantena pratipadayati. Same, sacha. Sacha means pratipatti jnanam, that knowledge, what we are talking. That knowledge, tattvamasyādi vakya sravanaja. Sravanaja means by listening to Shastra, tattvamasyādi, tattvamasi, etc. mahavakyams. By listening what is born, ja means born, rise. Direct knowledge take place only through Mahavakya. pramotpannatvadeva. Prama utpannatvat. Prama means knowledge. Direct knowledge, utpannatvat, take place only through Mahavakya. Tattvamasyādi vakyādeva, Shravanād eva. That knowledge is born. Shravanaja pramotpanna. Because of listening only, the knowledge is born, arisen in the mind of that student. Nacha naiva iti naivam. After getting knowledge, no, this is not correct. That type of doubt won't come. Pratyayantaram na jayate. No other doubt will come later. Am I Brahman or not? Nothing. He will never doubt himself. Doubt-free knowledge. The negator of everything, Anatma, can never be negated. That is the meaning. More details in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.